not very often that we have a chance to bring back a past guest. Not only was he a past guest, he was our first guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the lead singer and his entire band, Shaman's Harvest, Nathaniel Hunt.
And with an opening like that, it is tough to beat. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, if it is morning when you're listening, and welcome to the fantastic shenanigans called the Loki and Jabroni Show. My name is Jabroni. Right across from me,
I am Loki, as always.
And we welcome you to today's Shaman's Harvest Tour Bus Extravaganza.
Yeah, it was actually quite the adventure.
You have no idea, my friend.
We have... it's 5, right? 5? 4 head, side, back. No, 4.
5.
There
all
it is 5.
five
all
band
5 members. You did get all 5. We almost didn't get one because he wasn't going to sign it unless he took
he wanted to drink it.
He wanted to take a shot out of it, people.
You brought us a present? No,
this is how dedicated we are to making sure that Sully the Scully has not only great art on him, but he's a prized. He's
a prized possession, to be honest.
Now he is
clear.
officially like the mascot of the Loki and Jabroni show. And one lucky listener, one lucky reviewer is going to have a chance to win that. And that is badass. And don't forget, we're still going to meet up. We're still going to get Blair Tugman on this, which is awesome.
Still going to get Deekman, hopefully.
Which he's a cunty cunt guy.
Oh, see, now he's not that kind of guy. He just likes that word. Let's throw that out there because I caught some shit for that a couple weeks ago.
That's the reason why I brought it up.
He's crazy. He's honest. He's straightforward, but he's not. He just likes to use that word. He's not a bad guy.
See, I like
he's
the
not
word
a bad
fuck.
guy.
I use the word fuck.
I'm a fuck aficionado myself.
Exactly.
But,
so, if one person wants... Hey,
I was thinking about this.
Potato,
right?
man.
I was thinking about this the other day. Is if you ever died and they asked me to do the eulogy, oh my Lord, the first thing I would say is you make fucking art form.
Be like,
and not a vulgarity.
This motherfucker would fucking walk into a motherfucking McDonald's and make you feel like you were a motherfucking rich man, motherfucker. You'd be motherfucking dollar menu, and he'd still be walking out like a motherfucking
In the
champ.
pantheon of the F word, there's Samuel L. Jackson, and then there's Loki. I'm throwing that out there right now.
Wow, I appreciate that, man.
And you can't.
I don't even realize I do it sometimes.
It's natural. It's just so natural for you.
So you did. You interviewed it was the entire band, right?
Well, I had Josh, the guitar player. I had Fish, the bass player, and I had Nathan. But only 2 of them had microphones. Fish was eating his dinner, so you may hear him
like gobbling
inside noise. No, you won't hear him gobbling, but he throws a couple of great points out there, and I repeated them because I didn't know if it picked up in the headphones or not. So I just did what I had to do.
No, exactly. So a little background. What ended up happening was we were to meet the bus by 6. Weather in New York sucked balls, and these guys got caught up in some gnarly traffic. Didn't get there till almost 8 o'clock. We had all the equipment, everything all set up. I had to unfortunately go back for my son's game because nobody could pick him up, and I couldn't leave him stranded.
La Familia, my man. La Familia.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. So we gave a crash course to my man Jabroni over here because usually I'm the one working the controls and having all the fun over here.
And I'm the guy digging up the interviewers.
So we ended up just saying, hey, here's how it goes. I think it was like, 5 minutes of me repeating the same thing?
5 or 10 minutes, and I really did. It was like, I know I trained to be a teacher. I don't know, Loki, if you have ever schooling for instruction of any kind.
No.
But you did a great job, and he did. He pounded home the point. Now which wires go here? Now which button do you have to do, and what do you have to have plugged in? And then what do you do? And this is as we're walking from his vehicle to our vehicle. And now, what do you do here? And what do you do here? And what do you do here? The minute he leaves the vehicle and we're still waiting for the tour bus, I'm sitting next to the Immortal going, I can't fucking do this.
Yeah, and I got a real quick shout out to New Haven's finest. Because there was 3 police officers. One was on the bike over on the side. One was in the actual. I think he was probably the surveillance, the supervisor.
Yep.
Because he had the SUV, and then the other one was on the patrol car, and he kept doing like a crazy 8 lap and go back. Long story short, I saw him like every 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So 3 police officers, and here I am with a Milwaukee bag full of wires. I have a laptop out on top of my car. I have this soundboard, which is pretty fucking big if you look at
it. We could have been the Boston Bombers for all they knew.
And I'll tell you what, they kept an eye on me, but they really didn't bug me. So
for you to give them a shout out on a kind note is great, but I'm going to go tell them to fuck themselves because we parked in a particular spot. It was, when we got to New Haven, it was about 5 minutes to 5.
Oh, where it says 5 to
9, free parking.
Yes.
And then after 9, whatever, fill the meter or whatever it is. Well, the ticket is marked at $6.15, and we had a $20 fine for parking in this spot. So I took a picture of the little sign that says free parking from 5 to 9, no hassle, no horseshit.
Yeah.
And we still got a fucking ticket. So for all the good you did while Loki and I were building our bomb to blow up the city of New Haven,
maybe that's what he was doing.
You fucked me over on this parking ticket. I just couldn't believe it. We come out of the venue. This is a funny story. We come out of the venue. Shaman's is done. They're tearing down their gear. We're not staying for Hinder. I could give 2 shits less about Hinder.
Yeah, I'm going to say the same thing.
I just think they're terrible. So we're leaving the venue, and I open the door, and who's the first face I see? Nathan Hunt, outside with the fans. And he's talking to this one kid, and this one kid's, telling him how awesome he is. And I looked at the kid dead in the eye, and I pointed at Nathan. I said, everything that guy says to you is bullshit. And I said, oh, wait, Loki's lifting his glass. You cannot have a Shaman's Harvest interview without whiskey.
I didn't. I was finishing up my coffee.
That's quite all right. So what we're doing now is we're having Crown Royal Apple and Ginger Ale. I hope you like it. It's smooth.
It's good.
Yeah.
When I first walked in here, I was like, wow, it smells
fruity, right? So as I see Nathan, we shoot the shit. I tell him, love the show, yada, yada. And the kid says, who's that? He's like, oh, he's from the Jabroni show. And I looked at him and said, no, it's the Loki and Jabroni show. He says, yeah, really? Where's Loki? So I handed him a bunch of business cards. He gave them out to the kids as they were coming out of the venue. It was great. Hopefully you guys are listening, especially the kid with the vinyl copy of Smoking Hearts and Broken Guns. I was jealous as shit.
That's awesome.
But you should be jealous as shit of me, kid, because I was on the tour bus. Where were you?
Not only that, you can have a chance, an opportunity to get autographs from the entire band right now.
I'm going to take pictures of this and put it up on the page.
No, absolutely.
So that people can see. I'm also going to throw it on Shaman's page. We're going to get. I'm going to miss Sully. He's a great friend. I can talk to him when I have problems. I just look at him and say, "Sully, what do I do?" He gives me answers. It's going to be sad to see him go, but one of you guys are going to be very deserving in getting this. Back to the story. I leave Nathan, Angela, and I, the immortal beloved. We go down to the vehicle. I'm putting all the gear in. She goes, "What the fuck is this?" And I look. And she pulls up a parking ticket. Are you going to be shitting me? I looked at this and I says, can you read that in plain English? Yes, I can. Does it say that I'm going to get a fucking fine? No. I said, I'm not paying that fucker. And then I said, well, I'll pay it because I parked here. No, I'll pay it. And we argued about who's paying it.
No, just what you do is you send in not guilty with a picture of that because it clearly states that you got it at $6.15, right?
If it were a larger fine, I'm okay with not guilty.
No, because parking tickets still go on your license, dude. It still counts. So if you can get
it's on hers, it's not on mine. It's on her. It's on her vehicle.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So get rid of it.
This is bullshit. This is a woman with zero tickets in the history of ever.
But you know what's going to end up happening, and you say that now, dude. But seriously, I had nothing. I had no violations, and I swear, within 3 years, I had a stop sign. Then it was a speeding one, and then another one. I ended up getting 2 of them freaking nollied. Okay. Which, by the way, nollied isn't the same as dismissed.
No, it's not.
Nollied just means you don't have to pay.
Right.
It still goes on your record. So,
and there's something.
There's a little lesson for you, by the way. Yeah. Make sure you read the fine print, and you make sure that when you go in there, you don't just
dismissed
say,
is dismissed.
Yeah.
Nollied is not dismissed.
Exactly. Got fucked over on that deal.
Fuck you, New Haven Police. Fuck you, New Haven Police Department. fuck you, beat cop who put this ticket on, and thank you.
You know
to
who it
all
was? I'll tell you, it was probably that guy on the bike.
I don't doubt it.
It was probably...
Who thought we were building a bomb.
No, absolutely. I'm pretty sure.
So fuck you, bike cop, and thank you, listener, for downloading this week's episode. And we especially thank you if you have subscribed to the show, which you should do every freaking week because we provide some kick-ass stuff. By subscribing to the show, each and every episode is automatically sent to whatever device you listen to us on. No fuss, no muss, no hassles, and no parking ticket horse shit. As always, log on to iTunes, search for the show, and leave that review. If you want Sully the Scully, that's the way to make it happen.
It's the only way to make it happen.
Reviewing the show helps us move up the charts, and it allows us to bring you more quality on-demand audio entertainment to kick ass and break the chains of your eardrums each and every week. Like the Facebook page for the latest updates, video blogs, drunken debauchery, pictures of Shaman's Harvest, anything you want. I dug that reverb. I felt like Darth Vader for a second there.
I was just playing.
That was badass. But yeah, going back to your point is that when you had to leave and I'm scared as shit, I get on the bus and luckily, to my credit, I guess, not so much to my credit, but it was a blessing that Nathan Hunt works with this program that we use. So it was very simple.
Oh, it's a very,
as I'm
exactly.
plugging in, and I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot what to do here. And I see a finger come over the top of my shoulder. Click. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Done and done, man. This is a band of down-home, really good guys. If you're not listening to them, damn it, you should be.
Yeah.
They're great. We're going to close the show tonight with their latest single. And
don't forget, the first interview that we had with them, which was our first interview ever.
Episode 9.
We blew up Dirty Diana.
Mm-hmm.
It was just freaking fantastic.
Yep.
I mean,
that comes up in the interview, actually.
Yeah, and the song is, I mean, for a remake, it's funny because I think a lot of people almost compare it to Alien Ant Farm's remake of Smooth Criminal, but you got to think of it this way. I got to give more respect to Shaman's and how they took a song that really didn't have, say, a guitar feeling in the first place. Now, hear me out.
Yep.
Smooth Criminal already, it doesn't matter. That beat, dun, 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 dun,
it lends itself well to that genre of music.
It's already a guitar riff. Mm-hmm. It is already there. The blueprint was already made. Listen to Dirty Diana. You know what I'm saying? There's some guitar licks, you know what I'm saying? And if you listen to the original version, it's not so much the instruments, it's Michael himself selling that song.
You can also, and I pointed this out to Lynch. I was at Lynch's place a week ago and told him about the interview coming up. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to hear the Dirty Diana cover. He had not heard the cover yet, so I played Shaman's version of Dirty Diana. And after the body of the song is over and they go into the outro, and they're playing the Beat It riff. He picked that up immediately. He goes, now that's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
How you can blend that in. It's a lot like there was a band some years ago, a bunch of 16-year-olds out of Oklahoma called Crooked X, who did a song called Nightmare. Guys, if you've never heard this song, Crooked X, Nightmare. They open the song with the riff to Wasted Years by Iron Maiden.
Yep.
But they make it their own, and then they crash into their own song, which is an original song. But you want to get people's attention? That's what you do.
No, exactly. You go, whoa, what's that? You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like Iron Maiden. Wait, it's Crooked X. Let's rock it out.
But to take something, like I said, something like Dirty Diana that really only has, say, like a blues feel to it and make it rock and roll. And not only that, but to make it so that way the instruments aren't lost in the vocals either. You know what I'm saying? Like
one doesn't overpower the other.
Right. When you listen to Dirty Diana, Michael's version, it is a guy telling a story with a backup.
The guitar and the bass and the drums are secondary to the vocals.
Exactly. When you listen to Shaman's, version of it, it is a unified sound.
And you said that in the first interview, too.
Yeah,
you said how everything comes together and works well versus, like you just said, with Michael, it was Michael's telling this story, everything's kind of backgrounded.
Right, exactly. Even the way they fade in the instruments in and out. And that's what I like about this. You took a song that isn't known for being a group song, sort of say, a group feel, and you made it that way.
Absolutely.
And that's huge. That's huge.
No argument here.
So we got 30 minutes of interview. So what we're going to end up doing is break down real quick into our usual. We'll throw the interview on, and then we'll lead out with our usual thing. Two things I wanted to just pop in real quick.
Good, I got one.
Tonight, the people who have done our intro music since day one,
Absolutely.
Sinners Inc., is going to be with Killshot at Brown Derby in Montville / Oakdale, whatever area that's
Quaker Hill, whatever you want to call it. It's all Montville to
It's
me.
all Montville to us, exactly. Brown Derby Lodge, Montville. Check them out. Sinners Inc. tonight.
Tell them we sent you.
Yeah, exactly. Say the Loki and Jabroni show said, we got to check you out. We heard their badass intro.
Then tell them to play Hard Way so you can hear our music live in front of you.
Exactly. That would be badass.
That's the name of the song, kids. Hard Way.
That would be badass. And number two is a lot of people have been kind of getting jumped on to the D Strong. And if you guys haven't heard this, he's close. He's out of Rhode Island. He's been going through a lot of things. Obviously, had the terminal cancer, and it's went into his backbone, and pretty much it's going to go up to his brain, and he's going to be gone soon. However, we're parents, you know what I'm saying, and we have a lot of parent listeners too out there. And if you guys haven't checked them out, it's shoot, I gotta think. It's Hope for Dorian. I think it's Hope for Dorian.
Why don't we hunt down the link, and when we're done recording, we'll put it
but
up
I'm
on
sure
the
everybody,
page.
it's hashtag D Strong.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows this. Like it'll
It's
lead
been
you
out
right
there.
there.
It's reaching across the country with such a rapid pace.
And that was the funny thing is, well, the cool thing I should say is that's all this kid wants is to be famous.
Yeah, I read that. That's his wish. I want to be famous before I die.
Right, exactly. And like I said, with parent to parent, I mean, you're sitting down with this child who, has 9 years on this earth. I mean, and you're having a conversation about life and death with them. I mean, it really is. It's mind blowing that this child is
how difficult
so
that has to be.
Strong. And I got to give Mohegan's Son has thrown up their roof in his favorite color for days now. I mean, he's met Gronk.
Nice.
I'm not a big Pats fan, but I'll tell you what, Gronk is larger than life.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
If you're a 9-year-old kid, and me being 43, I can only think back to being 9 years old, and I would have given half a shit less at 9 years old. What year was it? 1981. So Munson's already dead. If I wanted to meet somebody famous, a famous baseball player, which baseball was my life back then, I wouldn't care if it was a Yankee, Red Sox, Cleveland Indians. Somebody's coming to show you love. Man, that has got to be just a huge, huge boost to your just inner smile, man.
Yeah, and a lot of, like I said, a lot of people in the area have opened up. It's, Rhode Island's obviously our sister state, Connecticut. It's always been the joke that they're kind of the pimple on our ass.
Connecticut Junior. Yeah.
The little brother, you know what I'm saying? So for all these places to open up and do this and make this child famous, if you guys haven't checked him out, check him out. Make this kid famous. He deserves it. Seriously. Just the smile alone you think that you're defeated, look at this kid, and then we'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
There are days in the last couple months where I felt absolutely just deflated. And that's a personal thing.
Right,
man,
right.
I cannot imagine the pain the kid is going through. I can't imagine the pain the parents are going through, the extended family, friends. If you can help make this kid smile, get out there, make it happen. Tell them we sent you. And it's not to pump us up, but you heard it here. If you want to give. If you want to donate. If you want to ask
not even
what
that,
you can do to help,
just share.
Help.
Just share
it.
Because if you share, that's the biggest way that he gets spread across everywhere. And
exactly.
With all this bullshit that's out there today, with all these the Kardashians and all the fucking ISIS, all the crappy ass news to spread something like this, to spread some hope, to spread some freaking love.
That's a great word, hope.
It's
great word.
Well, dude, there's too much ugly out there.
Exactly.
There's way too much ugly. And it's just like we have said on this podcast from day one, dude. You get what you put in.
People helping people.
So if you eventually just keep throwing shit into that pot, The only thing that's going to come out, people, is shit.
Exactly.
We need to start throwing some good shit up in there, man. Like, seriously, fill up the good. Stop worrying about
I'll
the
throw out a
fucking
challenge,
bad.
and I hope the guys end up listening to the interview. I don't know how much they listen to their own press, but Shaman's Harvest, if you're listening, maybe throw a little love toward the D Strong project. That'd be great. They may not know who you are, but you know what? They'll know who you are when you're done.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, I think it's just an awesome little, the courage that this kid has.
Can't disagree.
Is outstanding. So, what do you got?
Well, this week we lost another fantastic rock and roll icon, man. David Bowie passed away at 69.
And then Alan Rickman right afterwards, man. Both 69, both from cancer. Like, wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So hold on. I'm gonna just
Go ahead.
So we lost Lemmy
To cancer.
Right. We lost David.
To cancer.
We lost Alan. Then we
cancer.
lost another big one right before this too, right? I think there was like 4 majors. Oh,
I can't remember another major to cancer. I know what's her nuts there. Celine Dion lost her husband to cancer, but he's been battling for 11 years.
Yeah, that's been for a little bit.
That's been a courageous struggle.
At this point, cancer is a bitch. Like fucking. We're losing some fantastic icons, dude. Mm-hmm. Lemmy is a fucking rock and roll icon. Without him, you don't have the bands that you have now. David Bowie is a fucking pop icon. The shit that he was doing before it was even considered cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, he broke boundaries. And people were like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And now it's the norm. Mm-hmm. Now you have your artists like Nicki Minaj where they're doing all this crazy.
They're being a freak to be a freak.
Exactly.
For freak's sake. They weren't doing it.
David Bowie was
the
original.
Boundaries.
He did it, and people were still like...
He broke boundaries. I had an opportunity over the last couple of days to watch on YouTube Lemmy's Memorial in L.A. and to see some of my heroes get up there and break down, and they couldn't control themselves. Dave Grohl was in tears the entire time. Triple H, you could hear him choking up. Scott Ian, same thing. Rob Trujillo from Metallica, same thing. Everybody's is devastated. And I don't want to get on the Lemmy thing too long. We've covered Lemmy a couple times. I want to go back to
he deserves it.
He does absolutely.
So does Dave. I mean,
but David Bowie broke barriers for the sake of breaking barriers. He wasn't a freak just to get notoriety. He was trying to break...
He was an artist.
Exactly. He was trying to break a boundary, that there are no limits to artistry. And he did it. And I know that a couple days before he died, the video that his last video ever, Lazarus, had come out. And I watched the video, and it was...
Yeah, everybody had.
And then I read the interviews, and it was like, this whole CD, I read the lyric sheet for the whole CD online, and it's like he was telling his fans, this is it. I'm out. Goodbye. Thank you for everything. I love you. That Black Star is his goodbye letter to the fans.
Yeah.
And I go the other night to bring you your equipment. We're sitting at the bar. I don't know if you were there yet or not. And the Immortal and I are sitting there enjoying our beverages. And Lazarus came on the jukebox. So somebody had the mind to, I'm going to put David Bowie's last song on.
Let's see here. We've had a show already Thursday. I had a show last night. I have a show tonight. I have played, I want to say, 20 David Bowie songs.
Well, I heard when you guys set up your rig, Let's Dance was the first song that came on.
Yeah.
And immediately, when I hear Let's Dance, I think of roller skating, my youth, RI 104 out of Providence. I think of all these things that bring me back to my childhood. It's a great song, regardless.
Dancing in the Streets.
With Mick Jagger. Great.
And speaking of which, another duet, obviously, he did with Freddie Mercury. They actually came out with a version with just him singing.
I saw that. I listened to it. It was fantastic.
Eerie as shit, though. It is crazy. People listen to it. I'm telling you, it is like listening to a ghost. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you only are hearing half the story. It's awesome, though. These guys were so ahead of their time. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Where Lemmy was a straightforward rock and roll, just badass, David Bowie was a guy who made you expand your mind just a little bit more. I had some friends that are really, really huge Bowie freaks, and I know they're devastated. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it gets easier as the days go on. I have lost a couple heroes, musical heroes in my lifetime. There's maybe 2 left. And the way I look at it is, Gene Simmons is in his 60s. He's bound to go anytime. I'm prepared for that. What I wasn't prepared for was Eric Carr.
I don't know. I think he's almost like Keith Richards, man. I think he's
pickled
not. At this point.
He's a teetotaler. He doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't do drugs. He's lived a long, healthy life. But I'm prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for Dimebag. I wasn't prepared for Eric Carr.
Dimebag still to this day was on
my birthday,
probably
no less.
Still one of the most shocking things that I've ever.
You don't prepare for that. Eric Carr at 41, Dimebag at 38 in such a brutal manner. I'm looking at and the one hero musically I have left is, other than Gene Simmons, is Zakk Wylde. Zakk Wylde just turned 49 on Thursday. I've met the man. He's a great, great, awesome, funny son of a bitch. He's a caring human being. I don't know how old I'm going to be when Zach goes, but I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree.
So to all you Bowie fans, man, I raise my glass.
Craig Strickland was the other one.
Okay.
That I was thinking about. I mean, not a huge name, but I mean, still these
meaningful.
And the thing I wanted to kind of, before we close this up, that I wanted to bring up is, we didn't just lose, say, great artists. We lost pioneers,
trailblazers. Absolutely.
We lost originators, and there was nobody there to pick up their slack. I want that to sink into the music world, people.
It's funny you bring that up, because I say that during the interview, which you guys will hear in a few minutes. Is there somebody that can pick up where Lemmy or Bowie left off?
Nobody was there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, David Grohl and like Metal and all these people, when they started, they were like, I want to be him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But once they got to what they felt was their craft, they stopped.
But they also know you can't duplicate the master.
Right, you can't.
You can't be the next Bowie.
You
can't be the next Lemmy.
But you continue, because that's the idea of masters, especially through Shaolin temples and all that shit.
Yeah.
You don't become a master until you actually live the life of the master. When the master passes away, that's when you can finally...
And believe me, kids, there's no one that's going to live the life that Lemmy had. There's no one that's going to live the life that Bowie had.
Exactly.
You can try as hard as you want. Nobody is going to live the life of these two guys.
And that's my point, is we have lost pioneers. We have lost people that have lost, like, seriously, the respect, the love for music. There is none of that in these new artists. There's a few artists out there that I can honestly, yes, I agree that they have the passion.
And none of them are named Kanye West.
Not a single one of them.
Thank you.
But they all know the music comes from within, and this is what we lost with these.
You're going to hear that in the
artists.
interview as well, too, about where the music comes from and when does your passion die? Does this? Does that? I don't want to ruin too much.
And I really hate to break it to you, but yes, it does. Eventually, yes, it does. Some point in some people's lives,
for some people, yeah, absolutely.
They lose it. And if it has to be forced, if it feels like it needs to be forced, then you need to just exactly. You need to let it go. And a lot of great people, not just music stars, but athletes as well, realize that their time is now, and they say, that's it. We can't continue on. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go into this interview, unless you have something.
I got nothing else.
Okay. So we'll go
I'll
into
have something
this
after the interview.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we'll have the interview come up. It's, like I said, about 30 minutes long. We hope you guys really enjoy it. These guys really had a great time with it. So we hope that you guys enjoy this interview, and we'll see you in 30 minutes.
Rock on, kids. So we're out here on the tour bus in the freezing-ass cold in New Haven, Connecticut with Shaman's Harvest. We've got Josh, we've got former guest Nate, and we got Fish over there at the table. Just finished up with his dinner, it looks like. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing good, brother.
The travel was a bitch, wasn't it?
It was. We're all just trying to, like, decompress after that bullshit. Yeah, y'all got some shitty weather up here.
Don't we know it? First, before we go any further, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. You called it back in, June?
Yeah, man.
You called playoff football for the Kansas City Chiefs.
I believe.
As
well.
I
believe, man.
I was watching every week on your Facebook. 9 wins, 10 wins. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's having the year. Did you buy a Powerball ticket?
Nah, man. I'd ruin our lives with if I won $1.5 billion. I would ruin everybody's life.
I have a feeling it would be a whiskey-filled swimming pool.
Oh, yeah, at least. Oh, that's just to get started.
Nice. Well, let's start at the beginning, man. Right now you're on tour with Hinder. How's that been so far?
It's been awesome, man. We had great rooms, great responses. The crowds have been great. The other bands have been awesome, Within Reason and Revolve. And, yeah, man, it's been a rock and roll tour so far.
Excellent. How's it been for you?
Yeah, man, it's been great. The guys in Hinder are cool, and everyone on the whole tour is just working together and, making it the best they can.
Now you guys been out for what, like a week now, right?
Week so far. And basically we're on this tour for about another week. And then we end out in Grand Rapids, and we head home and try to gear up to write the next record.
Excellent.
Got to dry out first.
Is there a dry out period for you, though?
No, this is year round, man.
That's what we love. So In Chains right now is the single.
Yeah.
Burning it up. I see the video everywhere. Last I checked, it was 28 on the charts.
Yeah, we're at 23 now.
23
Nice.
Yeah.
See, I checked 4 days ago. My information's off.
Yeah, as of yesterday, I think, or the
Nice.
day before.
So
Nice.
Tuesday, whenever Tuesday was.
No,
Okay. It was
yesterday.
yesterday.
Okay, excellent. Now, that song sounds very, very personal. Where'd that come from?
Well, it was, we were already done making the record for the most part, and we were, kind of everything was in the can, it was mixed, and the song just kept running through my head, and it was like, man, the melody did, just kind of one of the haunting things, and we're like, usually that means you better get your ass back in the studio and lay it down, so we tracked it, put the presses on hold and all that shit, and we tracked it, and all of us felt like, hey man, this might be the first single. We just felt good
It
about
had to go on the record.
Yeah.
It sounds great, and I know Dirty Diana did well for you guys, really well for you guys. Dangerous as well. Country as Fuck, you said, is always a crowd favorite. Tell me I'm going to hear that tonight.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. So In Chains, going back to that, it sounds very layered. How does it come off live?
Well, you'll find out tonight, won't you?
Yes, I will, but for those that aren't...
Yeah, no, it's, you always got to figure out what you're going to pull out, and when you're doing a track like that, it's a pretty epic track, there's drum line and all kinds of bullshit in there. But, you got to figure out, what works live, and, you're not always going to sound like the record. You got to be better than the record when you play live, and, it's still a passionate song, and it's just a very soul influence kind of vibe.
I picked up a lot of soul, R&B inside of it with a little country twang in the beginning. That was fantastic.
Yeah, man. It's like
Just that down home.
Country and Motown mix.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Cotown.
Cotown. I don't even want to know where that is.
We're about to, I think you ought to patent that.
Hashtag
man.
Cotown.
Hashtag Cotown, yeah.
You heard it here first. Hashtag Cotown.
Yeah.
On this tour, you've been a couple places. What's been a great place to play so far?
Hell, the Stone Pony up there in Ashbury Park. That's a
Legendary.
legendary venue, and that was a really cool night.
Toad tonight. I'm looking forward to it, man. That's another legendary venue, and isn't that the name of the place?
Yeah.
Toad's Place,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Right across the street, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Oh, this direction. Yeah. Yeah, man. We're excited to be doing that, and everything's been great so far with this.
The cool
tour.
thing about this tour is we're hitting a lot of, I'd say, markets, cities that we've never played before. We've never been here. We've never been in Rochester. We've never been to Maine, in the state of Maine, before. So there's a lot of new scenery for us on this tour, which is kind of cool. And we're just glad to be out here doing it.
Excellent. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, because we had talked earlier in our interview months ago about who might redo your songs, who you'd like to see. And in the last 2 weeks, we've lost Lemmy and David Bowie. What did that mean to you to see those two go?
Well, I think, Lemmy was a guy that was just no bullshit. He is what he is, and he ain't trying to be nobody. And I think a lot of quote unquote rock stars could probably take a lead from that. And any given night, you see him sitting down at the Rainbow in front of that little weird poker machine there that they have at every little drinking hole across the country, you know. And he's a personable guy, and so that was, you know, it's a bummer to see some of. But he had a full life, and he brought some no holds barred, don't give a fuck kind of music to the world. So, you know, that being said, Godspeed to wherever you're going, and you know, David Bowie, it's a whole different thing, man. That's one artistic son of a bitch that the world will be. It's a lesser place without him, you know.
Yeah, I mean, both of them passing on leave some pretty big shoes to fill by whoever is up and coming, and whoever is, going to step in and take over. You know what I mean?
Do you think there could be anybody that could take the place of a Bowie or a Lemmy, even if they scratch the surface a little bit?
You know, there's always somebody. There's always that gem that comes out that is the, you know, like a Michael Jackson all of a sudden that appears on the scene, or David Bowie, or there's always that one person that, you know, right now, you know, not that it's really all that apparent, but, you know, like Adele, I mean, she's just a phenomenal singer, and she's got to be at the status of, you know, those two folks, you know, if not.
I got a little issue with Adele charging $500 a seat for her show, but that's a different story for a different
you know
time.
what? If I could do that, I would too.
You give me a $20 rock show, and I get my bang for my buck. I'm happy.
No, fair enough. You know,
Excellent. So, what do you take out of a playbook of a Lemmy or David Bowie as a band that travels the country?
Well, I mean, David Bowie was, you know, he's more of a reclusive kind of person, you know. Right. So, like, you know, it kind of, if you're going to take anything out of that, I would say that you could not be that guy didn't give a shit, man. He broke trends all the time, you know what I mean? He you know, with the whole the transvestite thing in the 70s and shit, and like, you know, putting on the dress and the makeup. I mean, nobody else was doing that, you know what I mean? Like, it was weird, you know, that was some weird shit. And he was always just out there, but not afraid to show the world, like, to express himself, you know, and whatever he was doing. So,
it was art.
Yeah.
I mean, Bowie is just pure art. Like, everything he does it's for an artistic reason. It's not for anything else, you know.
Yeah, who are some of the guys coming up that you took pages out of their book to create who you are today?
Man, I mean, we were influenced by a lot of music, and I mean, touring with bands back in the day, kind of, you know, showing us the rope of the road, you know what I mean? That kind of, if we took anything out of anybody's book, I would say that, you know, just learning the respect of the road and respect of other bands and people you work with and all that shit. You know, bands like Seven Mary 3, years ago, we toured with those guys, and they kind of, you know, hey, man, get up there underneath this wing here, and let me show you how that's supposed to be done. And
it's a shame they didn't get bigger than they did.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're great artists. They're underrated. The last album I heard of theirs, which was several years ago, was brilliant.
That's great.
You know, not a lot of people heard it, but it was a brilliant record. And, you know, bands like that, bands that showed us stuff like that, you know, we try to define ourselves too. I mean, as far as our music goes, we're gonna be, you're gonna hear the influences, but, you know, I don't think that we ain't trying to be nobody else. We're just trying to be us, you know what I mean?
And one thing you learn is, like, from whether it's a band like Seven Mary 3 or heck, whoever we're opening up for, is you can't be out here doing it on the pretense of, I'm going to get rich and famous. You have to be passionate about playing music. And if you're not passionate about it, you might as well just stay home. You might have some success, but you're going to be done within a year because you can't handle the rigors of the road. And so, you know, really it comes down to the passion and not trying to be what everyone else wants you to be, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the realities of it is you're going to be out here, you're not just a musician, you're a truck driver, you know what I mean?
As we've learned.
Yeah, you're fucking made.
I just vacuumed in here for y'all.
I was kind of upset that I didn't see jeans hanging from the wall.
They're all in the back there. They're all hanging in the shower.
Yeah.
We don't even use the shower. We use to dry our shit. You also got to be a good alcoholic. That's
gotta be able to handle that.
Those are important things.
Just tell our beautiful engineer the words "good alcoholic" because she'll give me shit for the rest of my life. You drink too much. You drink too much.
Yeah, but I'm good at it.
But
Exactly.
you're good at it. You can't
gotta be
quit,
the best.
man. Yeah, you be the best.
Thank you.
One thing that throughout the years, and we've been touring for quite some time, and there's been so many highs and lows, and just when you get knocked down, you got to know as an artist, as a band, as an individual that you're getting back up, and nobody's going to keep you down, and you keep on at it. You just keep going. You just keep going, and eventually, things sway to your way, and you start finding that success, and then something hits you again, knocks you down. Right. But then, each time you're climbing that mountain, you're getting a little bit higher, and a lot of times when you do get knocked down, it's good for you.
It took 10 years to get knocked down.
Yeah,
10 years.
10 years of getting knocked down.
I remember from 2009 when I met you guys and watching the rise from Shine and now onto Smoking Hearts and Broken Guns and just watching every single just do better and better and better.
Right.
And I'm like, I was there at the ground floor. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I did burn that CD, by the way.
Attaboy.
Last call
Attaboy.
for Goose Creek.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, Lord.
He told me to burn it.
Okay.
Throw it in the fire. Get rid
You
of
burned it?
Yes. He
Oh,
told me
you
to.
bad
I thought
boy.
I thought you burned it,
Absolutely
you
not.
dubbed it.
No.
Yeah.
$300 on
$300,
eBay,
that's
man.
what
It's
Nathan said
crazy.
some time ago.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. I think we only spent $300 pressing that. But
I can't lie. I spent $5 to buy it, and I was like, wow, this is damn.
it's funny. We get questioned all the
$5
time.
worth
Where
of
can we find
bullshit.
this CD? And
Don't.
honestly, stop looking for it. First of all. But if you can't stop looking, come to Jefferson City, Missouri on Friday and Saturday and go garage selling, go rummage selling, because you'll find one laying around
I'm sure
in
it's
there.
at Josh's place on a little red blanket every Friday and Saturday at his garage sale.
I can't do garage sales. I ain't got time for that.
You ain't got the patience.
No. You guys have been doing this 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years is a new experience
Speaking of
all the
patience.
time.
Every day.
It doesn't get old, I can tell. I look at you guys right now, and everybody's smiling. Everybody's excited. If and when it gets old, do you keep going? Because
Well,
you love the music.
Oh, don't get me wrong. There's shit about it that gets old, but fuck, man, that's part of being a man. Don't handle your shit. Fuck. You pouring concrete, that shit gets old too. What else are we gonna do? You're a carpenter somewhere. That shit gets old. It's fucking cold. Your hands are cold. Beat the shit out of yourself. Driving a fucking truck, that shit gets old. But god damn it, we're good at it. I like to fucking do this shit. At the end of the day, one outweighs the other. When we stop being good at it, that's when we quit.
Well, when we stop having passion about the music that we play. I mean, we will never be a band that gets up on stage and performs songs that we don't feel, that we don't personally like. They don't touch us individually. It just. We're not going to get up and put on a sideshow. I mean, what you see at a live show of Shaman's Harvest is you see us five pouring it all out there because it's passion, man. I mean, there's really it's the one word that can kind of sum it all up.
And I've seen different videos, and I've seen you guys live before. You played in a room when I saw you of 300 people, and I've seen you play in front of 45,000 people on YouTube.
Yeah.
Same passion,
Yeah.
whether it's 50 or 50,000 every time.
Every time.
Every time, man.
That's
You got to be up there regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we didn't drive all this way to not have any fun. We're gonna get up there and do what we do.
And fun's important, and I dig that about a band that I see on stage, that they're having fun as long as they give the bang for the buck.
Sure.
Is there a feeling or a mentality that you guys have that says, okay, there are 4 bands on this bill. We want to be the ones that everybody goes home talking about?
Oh, everybody does.
All bands do.
All bands do that shit. They want. I mean, that's
competition.
That's how you grab. That's how you grab fans. I mean, most fans aren't going to go. Well, shit, man. there's a lot of fans that don't buy all 4 fucking records at the show. They're usually going to buy one, and you want to be that one that they buy. We're all vying for your attention.
Yeah, it was
and
funny.
if we do good enough, the fucking club will give you whiskey at the end of the night. So that's
Yeah, so that's some incentive. But it was funny earlier this year or last year, whenever we were on tour with Blackstone Cherry. I mean, they're just a phenomenal band, great dudes, great friends of ours. And they just put on such a badass live show. And we opened up for them for a month, and we go into every single show. We're going to beat them tonight. We are going to beat them. But no, then they just come out and up their game a little more. Like they didn't even let us win one time.
It was like a cat with a mouse.
Yeah, they were just toying with us. Like, hey, let's let them think that they're going to win tonight. No. Then old Ben starts running around doing his rock and roll kicks, and
Oh man.
John Fred starts breaking snares every time he hits it. And,
Yeah. 32 snares a night.
in one set, it's crazy. But
Are they spending all their tour money on snares alone?
I think
Like 60.
More like 60 snares. Yeah.
Jesus.
How we tell a story goes, it true.
Yeah.
John Fred hits the
4,000
snare
fucking
so
snares.
hard he has to put 4 snare heads on it
Wow. He's a hard hitting
just
son
to
of a
get through
bitch.
2 songs.
Yeah. He killed 7 giants with one swat.
One spot. That's it.
He flew out the window, caught a fart, and painted it green. Jesus.
Those dudes are definitely one of the bands
Since I
out
talked
there
to you
that we
last,
love.
who's been your favorite band to play with since June of last year? I know you guys have been out with everybody.
It's really hard to pick a favorite.
Theory of a Dead Man are great. A great bunch of dudes, man.
Absolutely.
And they help get us fucked up every night. That's always good too.
Always a plus.
We always tend to go back to that. And I mean, they just they gave us a lot of love on that tour, so that was good. Seether was great. Man, if we absolutely had to pick one, if there was a band that I can't wait till we go back out with again, I would say Blackstone Cherry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just because they made us better every single night.
Nice.
For that reason.
What about them made you better?
Well, like he was saying, there's a little bit of a competition, so you always try to, up your ante a bit. And, even though they beat the shit out of us every night, we came away from that tour better performers than going in.
Yeah, wow.
I want to see that every time.
Absolutely.
Excellent. What are we drinking on this tour? I see the Coors Light. I see the Jack Daniels.
Yeah, that's pretty much the. We've had a shit ton of Jim Beam on this tour.
We're kind of equal opportunity alcoholics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, lots of water, too, though.
Yeah.
Lots of iced tea,
Lots
of
of
coffee.
hydration.
Trying to hit the
Gotta hydrate.
non-alcoholics, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're not
iced tea,
alcoholics. We're just joking.
Gatorade.
Yeah.
Alcoholics don't admit they're an alcoholic.
Bush
Don't ruin
in
the
a.
rock and roll vibe, please. It's killing me.
We're going to need to drink some Bloody Marys tomorrow is what we're going to need to do. It's a
excellent.
day off. We got
in the
Roadie
morning.
Friday today.
Roadie Friday.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, where do you guys head after tonight?
Parking lot somewhere.
Where is the next show? New Hampshire?
Clifton Park, huh?
New York?
Oh, back in Jersey.
Jersey. Oh, that's right. Stone Pony, if I heard correctly.
No, we did that one already.
Going back into Jersey. It's a suburb of Albany.
Okay.
That's
Albany.
New York.
Yeah.
Well, it's on the other side of the border.
Clifton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, I have to read this out loud because I just caught my eye. Shaman's Harvest, The Way of the Squatch. Guys, this is on the tour bus. This is everybody's home. Please treat it that way. Be respectful when people are sleeping. No minors on the bus. Sorry, hon. Without purchase of VIP and family, I guess we're fucked.
If they want to give us money, they can come on the bus.
Fair enough. It's nice that you guys have rules. Is there anything that annoys the shit out of you that someone else does?
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's going to show you.
Fish is slamming the door. Nice,
20
nice.
fucking times a minute. I swear to God. Our drummer, man. Oh, they're fucking kids. Yeah. It's like taking all your kids on camping with you for 2 months. That's exactly what it's like.
Absolutely not. I won't do that.
Fucking, we
I
got
don't
a
like
drummer.
taking our kids places.
Yeah, no, I don't even like kids. Barely like my own. Our drummer, we call him Squirrel because he's just like a fucking squirrel,
can't
man.
sit
He just
still.
can't sit
He
still.
can't.
He's just
He can't.
hopping all over the goddamn place and fucking just shaking this whole goddamn thing and opening this son of a bitch up 40
He'll
fucking
get on
times.
and off the bus. I mean, I'm not joking. 30 times.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Don't know what he's doing. He's just
He just goes back and forth.
It's not raining. It's raining. It's not raining. It's raining. It's not raining.
What am I?
Sun's out.
Yeah. Like, hey, go polish your cymbals, dude. Seriously.
When we got here, Fish was eating. Is there anybody who has disgusting eating habits?
We try to, we used to
Try to be healthy.
I mean, if you're drunk, you'll generally see me laying on the floor right here with 4 pizzas just hanging all over my face and chips everywhere, just crawling,
in his hair.
fucking chips in my bunk, filtering down to Fisher's bunk. Yeah, we're pretty goddamn nasty when it comes to. But hey, other than that, we're drinking kale smoothies all day.
Kale smoothies.
Why do I have this distinct feeling you're so full of shit right now?
Brother, believe it or not, we got, man, look at that fucking refrigerator, man.
He's opening the fridge. Oh, he's got the drawer, hefty bags.
Oh, man, we got
he's
the
got the
blenders
blender.
right there, man. That's margaritas usually get.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Also margaritas.
This is where you keep the Mexican kid?
Yeah. He's in.
I'm sorry to
Hey,
every
get
Mexican
back in there, Jesus.
This is wrong. So many
Well, I mean,
levels.
you go down to the Home Depot, you might as well.
Right? Why not? He's wandering around. Mom's not taking care of him. Why not?
Y'all are terrible. Y'all are going to hell.
I blame Nathan. I blame Nathan 100%.
I would.
That's why I always blame it on Nate.
Now he's opening the fridge.
My
There is
ex-wife
a lot of
did, too.
juices and whatnot in there.
Yeah, man.
All this lettuce.
It's like fucking hippie food all
Not a
up in
whole
there.
lot of beer, though. Look at that. Hippie food. He's
Yeah.
right. Lettuce, carrots, beer.
That's what they do on MTV Cribs.
Yeah, they go and show you the fridge.
People, they
You guys are coming, so we.
Had we thought about it, we'd have brought a camera. This is Shaman Sarvis Cribs.
Yeah.
That's
Well, ain't nobody want to see this shit.
It's more like crustybus.com.
CrustyBus.com.
Got another hashtag right over
Hashtag
here.
Crusty Bus.
Crusty Bus.
Damn, man, I'm on it today.
Yeah.
You're on fire, man.
That bunk right there is probably full of 47 bunk socks.
That could be one of our kids right there.
Yeah.
Is he a teenager?
No, mine's 7, hers is 10.
Yeah, I don't think you know what a bunk sock is, but that's all right.
Ooh, that might be in Billy's room. Sorry, Billy.
Oh, hey,
Get
Billy.
him out.
Poor Billy.
Brett, all right.
All right.
Man,
Anyway,
the things you learn on a
this is
tour
going
bus,
way
you see what I'm
south.
saying?
Jesus.
Where we like it.
That's like rule number 7, don't pick up a sock.
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. Don't pick up a sock on a tour bus or in a boy's bedroom. Oh my Lord. I can't take it.
That's terrible.
You made me lose my train of thought, Fish. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. No, we won't.
Thing is, we got bananas. That shit don't come out of socks.
No, it does
You
not.
just jerk off into a banana is how
Okay.
that works.
God in heaven. And then wait for one of the
What?
band members to pick it up and eat it?
Oh, you didn't know that?
Well, I never eat bananas. So I don't know.
All right. We just
Y'all are
learned-
weird. I'm learning things in this interview. Y'all some weird son bitches.
It's what we do. We educate.
This is for that's a good tip for a 13-year-old boy right
Use a
there.
banana.
We're
Oh,
trying to
my
help.
God.
Trying to help him
Why
out.
not?
Yeah.
I can't believe
If we
you.
have any 13-year-olds listening, every other word we say is fuck half the time.
They're at the
That
Adele
sounds like my
concert.
kids.
This is getting out of hand quickly.
Quickly. All right.
Oh, man. So
Rewind.
when you get off the road, take a little rest, maybe get back in the studio?
That's the hope. You know, we're going to get home towards the end of January, and we really want to start getting things solidified for the next record in the month of February. And you know, tentatively, we're going to be back out on the road starting in March, basically for the year. So,
That's a quick turnaround right there.
Ain't no time to rest.
yeah, we might have a couple days to ourselves, but we got a lot of work to do, and we're looking forward to it. Being in the studio is fun. Like that's just like. It's like being at recess, you know, you just play and you just you just kind of put it all together.
Nothing wrong with music and napping. I like it.
It's, but you know, that's really where you get to, you know, you lose the performance part and the performer and you really get to focus on the artist part. And that's really like, to me, and I know these guys, I mean, that's really like the best part. You know, that's really what does it for us is the artistic moments we got going on.
Awesome. Now, coming off Smoking Hearts and Broken Guns, which has been a fantastic record, it's 2 years going now.
Yeah.
what do you hope to do with the next record? Obviously, top it, but
yeah, I mean, you just got to continue to. I mean, it.
He's killing me.
It's got to have another. There's definitely has to be a whole. There needs to be another whole record. That's a complete record. That has complete 100% listenability from front to back. Another just a diverse record. Pink Floyd had Animals and they had. The Wall. I mean, they're two completely different records, obviously, but they also have immense listenability. That's the number one thing we want to do, man.
And we look at it as we're not trying to just write a better record or a more successful record than we've ever written. Like, we're looking to write a timeless record that is there with the Led Zeppelins, is there with these just Pink Floyds, or like that's our ultimate search is to be able to write music and write a record that stands the test of time. It maybe find success now, but you still hearing it on the radio 30 years from now, kind of thing.
That would be awesome. Right now, to me, that's the Smoking Hearts record. That record has so many hits and potential hits even going forward. You guys have, 4 singles off the record so far?
Yeah, basically.
And there's easily 3 more that I can hear on the record.
Yeah, I mean, in this day and age, to really, at a band of our level, in the whole scheme of things, to have 3 singles off one record, it's pretty unheard of, really. There's really a lot of bands just get 1 single off the record, whether they're independent or they're on a record label. And so we haven't, we don't have any songs that have went to number 1 or anything like that, but, they have in our book. We've met the goals that we wanted to meet. And we look forward to the challenges ahead.
Excellent. You were right. You said 3. I counted Country as Fuck only because it's in there.
Yeah.
I mean, they jammed it on Octane.
Octane jammed the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And,
well, satellite radio, you can do that.
Yeah,
I'm going to hear it anywhere down the road here in 99.1 out of New Haven.
Yeah.
But I can hear In Chains or Dirty Diana or Dangerous.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is great. And I think I sent you a picture one time. I was going to pick up my daughter in Vermont. Like, check out what I found on Laser 103, motherfucker. Just making sure you knew terrestrial radio still loves you.
It does, man. And they're going strong for us, man. We couldn't be happier right now because we were thinking the record was kind of over and going to let's just do another record real quick, and all of a sudden, the world kind of turned their head and said, "Hey, what's this shit?"
Now, was that from Dirty Diana or Dangerous?
Really, man, we've seen more. I mean, this single here is taken because a lot of people didn't want to touch Dirty Diana because they might have something against playing covers or something like that. Didn't matter whether they liked it or hated it. It was the fact it was a cover. Yeah. But it did, it garnered some more attention for us. Every single we see see a lot more fans kind of go, "Hey, I didn't even know you existed." That's what you're trying to do, man. You try if you can get, another 100 fans out of each single, then for us, that's winning.
Well, I mean, after our hiatus from 2011 to 2014, we had to go back from scratch. Like, we had to reestablish ourselves in the industry, in the touring world, and the musicians, and by it started coming out with Dangerous and found moderate success. Put out Dirty Diana. Found a little more, now In Chains. And so basically, Smoking Hearts and Broken Guns has really served us in a way to reestablish us in the biz. And we're going to come out this next year and up what we've done last year, So it's really an exciting time to be a part of the band. In the last 20 years, I can't remember another or more exciting time for the band. I think 2015 was the biggest year we've ever had, and 2016 is going to top that.
Well, from a fan's perspective, it has been, like I said earlier, it's been great watching the rise. I want to see it continue to go up, and eventually, this is one of my last questions here, is I'd like to see y'all go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Here comes the question. It's a 2-parter. 1, I'll give you the first part first. I'll come around to the second one. Is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a real deal for you guys, or do you think it's a sham?
I don't even think about it much. To tell
I
you
never
the
even
truth.
thought about it.
As a fan of rock and roll.
Yeah, I love rock and roll, and I like watching the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame performances. Those are always kind of neat. You know, to me, it's weird. Like to be in the Hall of Fame, it seems like you retired or something like that. That's how I always kind of relate it to. So
I figure, when we're 89, we're going to be in some rocking chair playing some blues somewhere.
Yeah.
Hopefully cross street at Toad's place.
Yeah, maybe so. But it would be cool. But our success won't be defined whether or not that happens to us individually.
Now, did y'all hear who's going in this year?
I have no idea.
Steve Miller,
Okay.
Chicago,
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah.
Cheap Trick,
Yeah.
Deep Purple,
Wow.
and NWA. That's my question.
They
Does NWA deserve a spot in the rock?
they all deserve it. I think NWA was probably. There's lots of rock. Yeah.
As what still am.
Yeah.
There's a lot of artists that play rock and roll today that were influenced by NWA. Us being one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Angela's
straight out of
asking
Compton.
if they've seen the movie. I loved it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Acting like a gangster walking in. She's like, "You're the whitest boy in America." Acting like a gangster walking in.
Yeah.
It was fun. I
I
loved
ain't
it.
mad at you.
It's cool. It's cool.
Oh yeah, he's super wide, isn't he?
I keep my pimp hand strong. Right?
Oh Lord.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm going to let you guys get to rocking and rolling right across the street here at Toad's Place, New Haven, Connecticut. Shaman, Cyrus, Josh, Nate, Fish, thank you so much. It's been a
Thanks
great
for having
time.
us
Hey,
on.
brother,
Thanks
thanks.
for putting
Yeah.
up with us.
All right. There you have it. Tour bus debauchery, Mexican kids, bananas, bunk socks. What more do you want? I had a great time. I want to thank you again for the crash course in technology.
No
and
problem, man.
Making it happen.
We're a tag team, man. We make this shit happen. Like I said, I was
What I tell
was
people.
heartbroken, man, when we're sitting in that pizza restaurant and we're just like, well, what are we gonna do? And I'm like, well, dude, I didn't bring and the shit that I went to get the equipment beforehand, like I went,
You had to make runs.
oh yeah, all over the place, and I actually ended up leaving Pistol Pete's. No, my bad. I had to go all the way to Foxwoods.
Oh, no shit.
Because I was missing 2 microphones.
Oh.
So we had to go grab those out of the back, and the wires. So I had to grab them out of the back of the truck. And I left Foxwoods at 4:30, flew up there, and I made it pretty much to New Haven by I think it was 6?
Give or take, a few minutes before, yeah.
Yep.
So, mad shout out to you. Mad shout out to you at Viking Entertainment for providing the equipment that I needed to make this happen for you guys. Always going to give mad shout out to Viking Entertainment for equipment, just throwing out love. When we showed up Thursday night, we didn't plan on staying, and there it was. There was our shout out, man. And
Always.
I'd like to throw this out there, and Janelle, if you're listening, don't just shout us out when I'm there. Shout us out when I'm not there.
Oh, she does.
Because the other half of the tag team is there every single freaking time.
Oh, yeah. I sell it out, believe me.
Excellent. I know
That's just
we pepper bathrooms
Thursday's
everywhere.
her
Good,
night, so,
great story, by the way. We stopped for a pee break somewhere just short of New Haven. I peppered the roadside, Travel Plaza, peppered them with business cards. The bathroom at Toad's Place, peppered that with business cards. So
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, anybody who found those cards and are curious enough to listen, you found that card.
Pizza joint, I threw some in there. You threw
Did you?
some in
Yeah,
there.
I did. So if you found that card while you were pissing, hey, you pissed and you found us, and hopefully we're not.
You won't be pissed anymore.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You'll be laughing.
Great call by you.
Thank you.
And it was kind of a bummer that you weren't there for it.
Oh, I was. Believe me, dude. Believe me. If I could just say one word about this entire should have had interview. Fuck them, man.
Everything that could go wrong that day did go wrong that day. Started with your text message.
And this is they can't see it, and this is one of the. But this
Double
is big,
kickstands.
Big shout out to the people that weren't there for me. Thank you.
Yeah, go fuck yourselves with a rake handle. I get the text message from Loki earlier in the day. The kids' game got changed. I can come up, I can do the interview, but I got to be back home. Fair enough. Hour later, I get a call from Jordan, the tour manager. We're caught in this snowstorm. We're going suicide rock and roll commando. We're going to try to get there for 6. We're going to get you guys. Okay, cool. I'm texting back and forth all day. Mike shows up, like he said, at Yorkside Pizza in New Haven. We're all having a beer or two. I get the text message, yeah, we're still an hour out. Oh, shit. Okay, how do we want to do this, Mike? Do we want to reschedule? Do we want to do this? He's like, let me just give you a crash course on the equipment.
Oh, there's no way we were rescheduling.
Go in there and get it done.
You can't reschedule. You can't do another phone interview. We were already there. The equipment was already there. It's
literally one building away from the venue.
And it's crazy because a lot of ours say, I want to say groundbreaking interviews. And this is a groundbreaking interview. Mm-hmm. One, because you're on the tour bus with them. You get to see the natural environment and
the way of the Squatch.
And these guys are awesome. They are so, like you just said, down to earth. If you guys haven't liked their Facebook page, please go like them, and then go like Nathan Hunt's. I wanted to
the
ask,
artist page.
That's the one thing. Did you bring that up?
I didn't.
See, that was the one thing I wanted to ask him about. Was that his idea? And Nate, chime in, bro, because I wanted to ask you that one question. Was that your idea? And who is your photographer? Because some of them pictures,
fantastic.
They are really cool. And if you like Shaman's Harvest, I think the link is right there. Also,
it's right on the page.
Yeah, it's right there. Some of these pictures, I mean, they get some like where he's just standing and he's singing, his hands are up in the air, and just the reaction of the crowd, and sometimes the way that the sun. The guy is good.
There's a beauty to it. You're absolutely
exactly.
Right.
And I was really impressed with that because I think a lot of artists are kind of going with that. They're incorporating more of that fan venue again. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the down-to-earth artists are connecting.
Because we should be a part. We're the ones buying the records. We're the ones buying T-shirts. We're the ones
But see, that's
pimping the product.
They don't look at that in like,
well,
say,
not everybody's Lars Ulrich.
Well, no, exactly. Not everybody is like what we call corporate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Lars Ulrich.
A lot of these people
We're
still
never getting
believe.
Lars. We're
right.
never getting Lars.
Oh, God, because you know what? He doesn't want to be interviewed by us. Let me tell you that right now, Lars. You don't want to be interviewed by us because you will cry. You will be hanging up that phone and you will be probably sending death threats. And then you'll be taking all your money just to try to fucking hire a hitman.
I don't know why Loki and Jabroni don't like me.
I don't get it, man.
I play the drums pretty good. I mean, people say I suck, but I'm gonna kick your testicles so hard tonight.
Yo, I'm gonna do that.
I'm only
shit.
5'1", but I'll kick your ass. Fuck you, Lars.
It was like fucking Axl Rose and Sebastian Bach having a fight.
Right?
Like, come on, dude. It's like fucking two scraggly cats going at it.
Two chicks pulling hair. Nothing wrong with that.
When there are two dudes, though,
when you're two
there's something
dudes,
wrong with
you
that.
can't have a chick fight.
So real quick.
Nathan Hunt could kick Lars Ulrich's ass with both hands tied behind his back.
We got some vapors out there.
Oh, God.
I had to throw this in here because, we have some vape listeners. There's the controversial, now vaping is bad for you, so we're going to start not letting you do it in public places.
I've seen that.
Do you agree?
I disagree because at the core of it, it's supposed to be, and I don't know the technology. It's supposed to be water vapor.
Right.
It's not smoke. It's not carcinogens. It's not toxic. To me,
vaping. Okay, let me put it this way.
Go ahead.
I agree. I agree 100%. It is, in my opinion, it's harmless. What I don't like is what I call smog faces. They sit there and they hit the turbo button on this thing. And then they go,
oh, like they're smoking a big crack pipe. That should have been your reverb, right?
And then
there.
this huge fucking cloud forms up, and it just covers like four people's faces.
I don't mind that so much because when that
when
that vapor comes out, it smells like blueberry or chocolate or pancakes or whatever fucking concoction you have in your little tank there. I don't mind that. What I don't want to smell is Newport Light 100s. That just smells like ass.
Well, it does smell like ass.
I don't want to smell Marlboro Lights.
Vape only covers the breath so much, people.
That is a point.
So when you are going like fucking Smog the Dragon, I am smelling your dinner as well as that blueberry chocolatey. Yes, exactly. That is my point exactly. Like, I do not mind you vaping at all. People do it all the time in the bars that I work at. I don't mind. Like you said, it's like a cigar. You know how that cigar has like a smell, or a pipe?
Right.
Like pipe has that really
I
good
love a
smell.
pipe smell.
Right, exactly. It doesn't offend you. And same thing. I don't think vaping really offends you, the smell. People can be obnoxious with it.
Oh, without
and
question.
That's what needs to stop.
I'll give credit to our vaping friends is that they're not crazy obnoxious with it.
No.
But there are
No,
people.
I do have one, and I will call him out. Chris, the guy that plays pool.
Yeah, all
Guy
right.
with the glasses.
Yep,
and
yep,
he
yep,
is
yep,
exactly the one I'm talking about, where he comes
you,
up
Chris.
to you and he's like, and then he just sits there and he's like, and he walks away.
You
Dude.
ain't kicking the nuts and pull that shit with me. I will kick you in your
No,
nuts.
I can't. I'm working, so I can't.
I'm not.
I can't. Well, there you go. You're
I'm a
welcome
patron.
to.
Damn it,
You're
I'll
welcome
kick you in
to.
the nuts.
You're welcome to. So I agree that we're both in agreement. We think that vaping should be still allowed. It's not a big deal. The obnoxious vaping needs to stop.
All right.
Needs to stop, people.
You have my agreement. I will not argue that.
How many
point.
vapes did you see going crazy at the Shaman's Harvest? Let's
Three,
put it
to
that
be
way.
honest. Three.
Three. Only
Just
three?
three.
Wow.
Just 3.
And see how crazy it is? Like they can't even say that's how crazy like nicotine is. Like you can't even be like in an environment that you love without fucking hitting that shit.
Guys, all I got to say is if you want to be in an environment, you need nicotine, just hit the can, man. I was happy the whole entire freaking night. My lip was packed through the entire show.
Except for that poor soul that picks up your spit bottle at the end of the night.
No, I made sure to throw
he's
it.
fucking.
I threw it in the right
You
receptacle.
You do.
I do. You're right.
I have.
There are 2 places. There are 2
I have
places.
seen
I'm
the
sorry,
spit
3.
face
There are 3
4
places.
times in my life, and I'll tell you what, dude.
I've been
don't
one of them.
ever. I don't. Yeah. Then I do not envy you, bro.
There are 3 places I leave my spit bottle with reckless abandon. My bedroom, the Immortal's bedroom, and at work when I was working. But at work I would wrap a piece of tape around it. You know that if you're looking for a quick drink, and my shit's always available, don't drink the one with the tape on it. You're going to get sick.
Yeah.
In my bedroom,
Get some water.
they know if they see 3/4 to an inch of sludge at the bottom, don't touch it.
God, dude.
Before we get too deep into the...
I gotta lose the image. Because the one that I remember is just
I've
horrible.
been there. I've done it. I've grabbed the wrong bottle
I
in a
felt
drunken
so
stupor.
bad too. I didn't even know the guy, and it was like I wanted to hug him. I saw it across.
You should have hugged him.
I saw it across the bar, and I'm serious. I've only seen it 4 times in my life where someone's got the infamous quote unquote spit bottle, and
I won't bring a spit bottle like your gig the other night. I won't bring a spit bottle. I just pack just enough to give me a hit. I don't have a spit bottle at, say, Mark's house when we watch football.
Right.
Just pack enough to get a little hit. If I'm at home and I'm playing NHL or I'm playing WWE or I'm watching a movie, I'm going to pack a fat one and have my bottle next to me because the people I surround myself with are smart enough not to pick that up. At work, different story.
we as humans, let me just say,
Your curiosity will kill you.
not only that, just when something hits you visually and you connect with it in such a bad way, you can never lose that vision. And when shit gets brought up and it brings back that vision again, the
Full body shiver.
And not only that, the details that you remember, dude, is God. I tell you what, being a human is so cool.
It is. Before we go too deep, I want to throw out thank you to Jordan Westfall, the tour manager for Shaman's
Yes.
Harvest. Thank you
Yes.
to Nate, Josh, Fish, Adam, and Derek. Great time. We got 2 of them on microphone. We had Fish at the table. Adam and Derek were preparing for the show. They didn't get involved until it came time to sign our friend Sully over here.
Which awesome, man.
And
And,
for
of
pictures
course,
great.
the face eater himself signed the forehead.
Yes, he did.
You knew
And
that was coming.
when the microphones went off, I said something about having my face not being bitten. I was told the night's still young. As you can see, Loki, face is intact, man.
Yeah.
No face biting went on. Nobody was harmed in the making of this interview. Although it was brought up, I wanted to make sure that I was safe. If they were going to bite anybody's face, it was mine. They weren't going to bite the Immortals. They liked her. Nathan liked her pants. Like, hey, those are some nice leather pants. She almost thought about trading them for his pants or a Shaman's Harvest hoodie or something.
Yeah, no, I bet he would have been rocking those. He would have been like, "Who gets that shit, man?"
But he's a big dude. I don't know if he'd have fit into her 5'4" pants.
Leather stretches, baby.
Oh, my Lord. On that note, I'm going to hit this button right here. So in honor of being on the bus with the whiskey drinking champion of the world, who, by the way, did force me to drink whiskey, even though I was sick, he asked me, "Did you want your whiskey shot?" And poured me a whiskey shot, and we had it. Of course, his whiskey shot is four fingers.
In his honor, since I missed it,
Yup.
I have taken one shot of single barrel per night.
Nice.
At each bar that I've worked. Tonight, I'm actually going to have to pay for it.
Fantastic.
Which is bullshit.
So, in honor of that, and remembering the drunken debauchery that went on in 2009, my list today is the top 10 have you ever been so drunk moments. These didn't all happen to me. I'm throwing that out there right now.
Unlike my top 10 things I said on whiskey. Okay.
5 of these 10 have happened to me. And the honorable mention is, have you ever been so drunk you've kissed your significant other's cousin and laughed about it during the confession to your significant other?
No.
No. I haven't, but
No.
it happens. Number 10.
I'm trying to think if I even...
Have you ever been so drunk you've spent 15 minutes looking for your phone while using your phone's flashlight to find it?
No. No. I was going to say I have spent 15 minutes looking for my phone not drunk.
But you're not using the flashlight on your phone to find it.
And I have been around somebody. My favorite was the person texting me.
I lost my phone?
I lost my phone. Dude, really?
How'd you text me that?
No, all I ever do is, dude, really? Yeah, no, I'm serious.
You're drunk. Go home. Number 9. Have you ever been so drunk you try stuff you haven't done since you were a kid? Like a high-rise 10-foot BMX jump. I have.
Yeah. Yeah. Play basketball. Let me see that skateboard.
Right. I can do that.
That's bullshit. Look at you kids. I was your age. I could do 5 flips on that.
Number 8.
Oh!
It always ends badly. Number 8. Have you ever been so drunk you buy $300 worth of shit on Amazon, and then when it comes in, you don't remember a single thing about it?
No, God,
I have.
I am so to the T with money, dude. I'm ridiculous. I am ridiculous.
Amazon and eBay were 2 vices of mine back in the day.
That's why it pisses me off that here I can't save any fucking money.
I understand.
Because I am good at that shit.
When I lived in Florida, I got shitty one night watching a Yankees game. It was the last, I can remember vividly.
What'd you buy? What a fucking autographed Jim Leyritz jersey?
No, I was watching the last ever game from the old Yankee Stadium in 2008. And I'm just putting them back because there goes a piece of my childhood as I'm watching on television. And I'm in Florida. I can't be at the game. I can't be in the Bronx over across the street at Billy's. I can't be anywhere near the stadium. So I'm tying one on something hard. Well, everybody's asleep when the game is over. So I decide I'm awake. I'll go on the computer. This will be a great idea. I bought a Robin Yount jersey that was 2 sizes too big. I bought Kiss memorabilia that I really didn't want. And I think I bought an autographed Jeff Gordon diecast car, which eventually got sold with my collection. And the drunken me said, this was a great idea. The sober me said, why the fuck am I buying a Jeff Gordon car? Because I'm not a Jeff Gordon fan.
Right.
So, yeah, drinking and Amazon or eBay do not work together. I'm just telling you now, if you've had a drink, lock up your fucking laptop. Number 7. Have you ever been so drunk you wax philosophically about the cinematic genius of the Twilight series? I've been around someone like that.
I've been around. Yes, yeah, I've been around some of that, and that's annoying.
There was no genius to the fucking Twilight series. Kids.
That's fucking that's annoying as fuck too.
Chris Lynch brought this to my attention the other day. This is definitely a jabroni moment. I did it. There's pictures of it. Have you ever been so drunk, number 6, that you set things on fire that weren't meant to be set on fire, like flip-flops and digital cameras?
Dante Culpepper's jersey.
That's meant to be burned.
Damon's jersey.
I wouldn't have done that. He brought you guys a title. I'd have left him alone.
No, the way he did it. There was look. There's a lot of people that went to the Yankees and they said, "Hey, Red Sox faithful, we love you. We hope that this doesn't." And you know what? Damon walked in there. He shaved his beard. He cut his hair, and he was like,
"That's the
y'all."
rules. That's
that was
the
the rules, but he
rules.
didn't say a damn thing. No, thank you. No.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that. The Red Sox could have kept him.
Fucking Red Sox fan, buddy.
I know the Red Sox could have kept him. They didn't. He took a contract elsewhere. Just happened to be with the rival.
I agree. No, you
can't burn the jersey.
You can go. I did.
Number 5.
And the Dante.
Okay, fair enough. Number 5. Have you ever been so drunk that you've offered the palm of your hand as an ashtray?
Oof, no.
I have.
Wow.
It ain't pretty, kids. It ain't pretty. Number 4. Have you ever been so drunk that you decide to drunk text your boss with all your innermost hatred?
No.
I haven't either. I've done it to his eye. I did it to his eye.
Stop.
I am guilty of number 3, though. Number 3, have you ever been so drunk that you use a lamppost or a parking meter like a stripper pole?
Yeah, I've actually humped a smart car too. I have pictures of me humping a smart car.
And from your fornication, the Prius was born.
It was.
Congratulations.
A little bigger than a smart.
This one applies to many people that Loki and I both know. Number 2. Have you ever been so drunk that you become a genius on every subject and you're never wrong, even though everyone in the room knows that your theory that Joan of Arc is Noah's wife is 100% retarded?
That doesn't make sense.
Nothing makes sense. But you're drunk and you're the smartest man alive. And then the next day your sober friends go, "Hey, so-and-so's an idiot."
Hey, by the way, you also fucking stripped on that fucking driver pole, too.
You look up, you point up to a tree. You see that up there? Holy shit, that's my car. Yeah. You were amazing.
And then you humped it on the way down.
And a Prius was born. And now, I can't get past this. And now, the number 1, have you ever been so drunk moment? You admit that on a bright sunny day, you've blasted an NSYNC song in your car and you enjoyed it.
Bye, bye, bye. Yes.
See? Mine's larger than life.
I was going to say yes. Bye, bye, bye. I hear.
That's my story. It was, I want to say 1999, driving home. I heard this really great guitar riff on a radio station. I rocked it out. It was a pop song. I'm jamming. I am getting into this. Windows are down. I had a sunroof. Sunroof is open. I am just enjoying the moment. And then the disc jockey comes on and ruins my world perspective. All right, kids, that was Larger Than Life by NSYNC. That's the new single. Get out there and see them this Friday at the Hartford Civic Center. I pulled the car over. I got out. I threw up. I went home.
Well, and that was it. That was no more. That was the last time he touched tequila, folks.
Oh, man. I wish it was tequila. I was stone cold sober that day.
So, we like to actually go back every once in a while. We got about...
How far back?
Way
back.
A few episodes. And I want to bring up the point that, and if people don't know already, I'm obviously Red Sox Nation, Red Sox faithful.
I love them,
and
regardless.
You brought up a point that Fenway is called America's most beloved.
It's right there on the
baseball.
sign.
Right. And I hear it every time we go in there. Welcome to Fenway, America's most beloved baseball park.
Horse shit.
I, being Red Sox Nation and Red Sox faithful, decided to call you on the bullshit, and I have done my homework.
I'm glad, because you're an objective human being.
Absolutely.
So he's reaching down.
So I have it, and the proof is here. According to a poll taken in 2013, the most beloved baseball park is not Fenway Park, people. It is Wrigley Field.
Amazing.
It is the most beloved baseball park in the world. That is the world. If you go by American standards, yes, then Fenway is considered the most beloved, which is why they can actually say America's
I want,
beloved.
and I'm not saying this to you. I'm saying this to about 99% of Red Sox Nation. America is bigger than the boundaries of Massachusetts.
And that's my point. When you turn around and you say to the world, if you say to China, name one American baseball
But they're not
park.
claiming to be the world's. They're claiming to be American. I guarantee if you go to Omaha, Nebraska, they're going to have a different answer. If you go to Columbus, Ohio, they're going to have a different answer. If you go to Flint, Michigan, they're going to have a different answer. And I guarantee that Fenway Park will be in the top 10, but it
Number
will
2.
not be
Like I said,
America's
number
most
2.
beloved ballpark. That is a gimmick. That is a marketing ploy. That is a way for... Again, I'm excluding you from this conversation. That is a way for Red Sox Nation as a whole to fluff their chest and say, look, Yankees, we beat you at something. You didn't beat shit. I agree wholeheartedly because I love going to Fenway Park. It is a classic ballpark. It has rich history, but I'll tell you this. I have been to ballparks across this country, and your ballpark is in my top 10, but it doesn't even crack the top 5 for many reasons.
The thing is, and I'm going to say this with baseball season coming up, I believe we're, 74 days away.
Pitchers and catchers report in like 50 days.
Yeah. So, yeah, Maine is I think it's like 70,
Got to make
72.
a call to Laritz, man.
Right.
He wants to come back for the
No,
preview.
definitely. No, I want to definitely do that. My point being, there is history. There is no doubt.
Sure.
Is it by means the best? When you think of a baseball park now, or when you think of a stadium now, look at the new Minnesota Vikings stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Think of all the shit that they're doing, the accommodations that they're making for the fan. When you spend $120 for a ticket, for good seats,
You better be taken care of.
My point exactly. Fenway is old.
Mm-hmm.
It's set up old. It's
It was
100
built
years.
in- yeah,
it's 100
1912.
years. Yeah, exactly. It's 100 years in 1912. So it's 103 years old. You talked about seeing, Yankee Stadium, the last, and how it hits you. And I thought
The old
about that
stadium.
myself. Right, exactly.
And
And
I've
I
been to the
thought
new
about
stadium,
that
and it's kind
myself
of-
too, because there's got to be a point when Boston's small enough as it is. So to actually have to build another stadium, it's almost like you'd have to completely tear that one down, have the Red Sox play in a whole other...
They had a plan on the Back Bay to build them a stadium right on the water, and I don't know what happened. There was a huge plan, and it was shot down. I thought it was a fantastic idea. It was going to keep the field dimensions exactly the way they were, but the seats and the amenities were going to be modern.
And
Much
that's
like
what
they
you
did
need.
with Yankee Stadium.
Right.
The dimensions are exactly the same on the field. That's what I want to see. When I go into the new Yankee Stadium and I look at the field, I have that same feeling. When I'm in the stands and I'm walking in this beautiful, brand new monolith, it doesn't feel right.
It's not. Well,
It's like a new pair of shoes.
Because exactly. Because you're looking for the history, and it's not there yet. It still has to be made.
There's something
You know
about
what I'm
that
saying?
old concourse
But you
underneath
still
Yankee Stadium that I love.
You still need new. Shit just doesn't.
You have to go forward.
Shit just doesn't get replaced. You know what I'm saying? You have to actually make things new. You have to make things right. You have to do things to present day.
And all they're doing to Fenway Park is adding on top of an already existing old building, the right field upper deck. Just throw it on top. They closed down half of the street. I don't know if it's Yawkey Way.
Yeah.
They closed down half of Yawkey Way to make a brand new concourse for the right field folks to go down and get food. You're not adding.
No,
you're not.
if anything, you're taking away from the city. You're making it even more.
There was something
difficult.
special about being a kid and being a Yankee fan, but going to Boston and having Yawkey Way wide open and Lansdowne Street wide open
Oh, Yawkey
and Commerce
Way,
Avenue wide open.
When it was, I have that one
Ipswich
picture from
on the back
I
of the
want to say
stadium.
it was 10 years ago when there was nothing there, and it was just wide open, and all you saw was just jerseys and people,
Yeah.
and the little venues all up and down the streets.
That sporting shop right across the street on Yawkey
yeah.
Way. You had the gimmick shop on Lansdowne Street. You have all these great things, but when you have to cordon off the street to give more amenities, you're not doing yourself any favors.
Exactly.
Basically, you're throwing glitter on a turd. And I'm not saying Fenway Park's a turd. I think it's a historic ballpark. I've said it a million times.
I love it. I love
It's
going
an old
there.
school feel.
Yes.
But you're not. It's old. It's old. it's your great grandma. All you're doing is throwing glitter on your great grandma. You are not improving yourself.
Unfortunately,
You're
will find
hurting
somebody
your
that'll
city.
take her home.
I'm not gonna.
You know I'm
not
right.
touching that.
You know I'm right.
I know you're right. If you want a glittery grandma, man, have at it.
Do yours.
If this is truly America's most beloved ballpark, I'm throwing it out there. Red Sox fans,
No,
Prove
no,
it.
it's not. It's not.
Prove it.
I've already said it's not.
I know you have. And you're objective.
I've done the homework. It's not.
I'm
It's
telling
not.
all the non-objective,
It's not. Look it up. They
chest-fluffing
did a consensus.
jackasses.
2013. It was after Red Sox had their 100-year anniversary, and that's when they started saying that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They took a census, and Wrigley Park did actually beat it. So
And Wrigley Field is on my bucket list.
Wrigley
I
Field, I'm
want
sorry,
to go to Wrigley Field and catch a ball game.
it's not. That's another one of those ones that's not going to be around for much longer.
No,
man.
it's not.
It's gonna. I see, and because Chicago has a whole lot more room, I see them taking that down and kind of.
They could split time at Comiskey or U.S. Cellular Field, whatever it is
Oh,
now,
God, yeah.
with the White Sox, play a year or two while they build a new stadium on the same site. Make the field dimensions the same. Make the brick wall the same. Make the ivy the same, not ivory. Ivy the same. Give it that feel of Wrigley Field like Yankee Stadium did. Again, I love my Yankees.
The only thing I got to say, though, is just like we said earlier, Wrigley still owns that field, man. And that's still amazing to me that, these, and you know them as
Why
the
would you
25
give up
cent
such
gum.
a storied
And
piece?
once they break that field down, Wrigley doesn't own it no more.
That would suck.
No, I'm serious.
Well, they would own the land, obviously.
Well, the land, but they're not going to build on it again.
If you call it anything
look at it
but-
this way, like the way that Minnesota's doing it. We are technically on the same street. It's 5 blocks down.
But
you
you're
know
not
what I'm
going to.
saying?
I mean, again, going back to Minnesota, the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome was named after the senator.
And it's not that no more, though.
No, but you have the new field, and you're getting a new stadium.
Citibank.
Yep, and you have to, if you're building it on a different site, and Yankee Stadium is going to be Yankee Stadium because the Steinbrenners have
Oh, God, yeah.
whatever. But build a new Fenway Park. Build a new Wrigley Field. You don't have to be beholden to the past to move forward to the future.
No, I agree.
You don't.
I agree.
If they called Yankee Stadium something else, if they had said like Yankee Stadium at AT&T Park, I'm okay with that because you're moving forward. Yankee Stadium to me is on the corner of 161st and River. Now it's a block up the road. You can see where the old field was.
Mm-hmm.
You know that when you walk down 161st and River Avenue, and
You feel like
you're
you're going past it.
right. You still see Bald Vinny out there selling his T-shirts. You still see Stan's. You still see Billy's. You still see the bowling alley. It's all the places you remember, but unfortunately, Yankee Stadium's a block further up the road. Just a little further.
It just feels a little different.
They could have called that anything they wanted to. They decided to stick with tradition. So, Cub fan, Red Sox fan, if your team decides to break out of whatever it is they're into and build a new stadium, you can call it Fenway Park. You can call it Wrigley Field. Keep the dimensions, keep the feel, keep the aura, but modernize
it.
Exactly.
Modernize these freaking bathrooms. Modernize everything, man. Like you walk into Fenway Park, and I love it. Like I said, the history and stuff like there. But I mean, some of the way that things are still kind of hooked up to get to certain things, it's just they can modernize.
Of all the ballparks I've been to that were
Stop taking our donations.
that were ancient and that are modern, there is not a more cramped concourse in Major League Baseball than Fenway Park.
I agree. When that game is over and it's tight,
Your elbow to asphalt
oh
for
my
an hour.
God, dude! You definitely need to move. You need to move it. All right, so before we close up, big shout outs to Shaman's Harvest.
Yes.
For a freaking fantastic interview, as always. Most real guys you'll meet. Seriously, go like their Facebook page. Go check out some of these awesome fucking pictures that they take on tour. Don't forget about Sinners Inc. tonight with Kill Switch, which they're going to be at
Killshot.
I'm sorry. I always say
That's all right. Kill Switch is big too.
Engage. Yeah, exactly. With Killshot, my apologies. Let's see, but Killshot doesn't sing for us.
No, they don't.
See, Sinners.
As long as
Inc.
we get Sinners Inc.
does.
right, we're
Right,
good.
exactly. Sinners Inc. And they're going to be at Brown Derby Lodge in Montville, Oakdale, Quaker Hill, wherever the fuck
Route
you want
32,
to call it.
damn it.
There you go. You know where it is. Home of the big ass burrito for $5.95 on Tuesdays.
What a great freaking value. Try the Mountain Climber Burger. You won't be disappointed.
So, guys, check them out. They're going to be on there tonight. So after you hear this interview and after you hear this show, if you got nothing else going on, check them out and listen to Hardwire, because that is our tune.
Request Hardway. Get up there. Just look Matt dead in the eye and say, we want to hear Hardway.
We want to
damn
hear
it.
it now.
That's right.
Now. It's on the Loki and Jabroni show. I want to hear the whole damn version of it.
We'll see you guys next week. For right now, I'm going to leave you with the brand new single from Smoking Hearts and Broken Guns by Shaman's Harvest. This is In Chains. We'll see you next week.
All that I've been given, I give it to you. I can't stand here watching you fail. To tell the truth, somebody break these chains.